Welcome everybody to the 10 greatest Luffy moments. Number 10. Luffy climbing the Drum Kingdom Mountain. Now this moment is an underrated moment because I never really see people talk about this moment. But for me personally, seeing this moment in the anime and the manga, it really hit me. You see him carrying Nami, you see him carrying Sanji, even dropping Sanji. Hands are bleeding, and that moment where you see him talking to Dr. Korea, save my friend, save my Nakama, it shows him what kind of character Luffy is. It showed you in that moment that what Luffy does and what he says can really hit you with the feels. Number 9 is taking out the 50,000 fishmen on Fishman Island with his Conqueror's Haki. Now the build up to this moment was done really well. We couldn't wait to see Luffy and the Straw Hat's powers. More of it was the icing on the cake for that moment. Number 8, the finale in Skypiea. In the previous arc in Jaya, we learned about the story of Nolan the Liar and his descendant Mont Blanc Cricket. And you see that him and Luffy were understanding each other. Luffy was hearing a story, and Luffy really wanted to show him that sky, like, it existed. Nolan was not a liar. The city of gold exists. Like, you could see him mentioning it in the arc randomly in random moments. He really wants to prove to him that it exists. And at that moment, he had the gold ball on him. He bazookaed up there, defeated Enel, and rang the bell. It's the island of the song. It was such an amazing moment. And the monkeys and Mont Blanc Cricket, yes, he did it for them. And then just seeing Luffy's silhouette in the sky, jumping up with his hand in the sky, he really wanted to do it for them. It wrapped it up so well. I will never forget that moment, and I honestly got emotional seeing what Luffy did for them. It was epic. Number 7. Declaring war on the world government. I'll put this in my list. Number 6. Conqueror's Haki. Number 5. Gear 4th. Luffy's speech telling Doflamingo that he is tired of his BS, takes his arm out and says Gear 4th. Now during that chapter we had a break, so it brought a lot of people making theories on what Gear 4th would be. Let's be honest here, a whole lot of people got their theories wrong, to be honest. I don't think anybody predicted that. Gear 4th was so unique. Oda delivered the power, the speed. Luffy's power was on a whole nother level. The Gear 4th had me excited, had me jumping, had me going crazy. I loved it. Kong Gun, Reno Schneider, that Culverin Greatness, Leo Bazooka, and King Kong Gun. What can I say? Gear 4th delivered on the hype. Gear 4th was just so satisfying. Number 4. Putting the straw hat on Nami. Now number 4 is the moment in which Nami is stabbing her arm. Anger. Nami did so much, and her story before that, Luffy didn't want to hear her story, but her story before that was so impactful. One of the greatest flashbacks I ever seen. It was an amazing flashback to say the least. But seeing her herself and Luffy grab her arm and put the straw hat on her, and he says, she's like, help me, help me, Luffy, and he says, of course I will. He screams at the top of his lungs, of course I will. And in the cut we see Sanji, Zoro, Usopp all waiting there looking badass. And in the anime they had the walk, because in the manga there's not really a walk in the manga, but in the anime they had that badass walk. It was just the perfect moment to witness in the anime and the manga. I enjoyed both moments, and it made me think like, damn, this is legendary. When you say out loud, damn, this is legendary, you know you have to put one of the greatest moments from Luffy. Nami witnessed Luffy really caring for the hat during the Buggy arc, Orange Town arc, when Buggy damaged the hat and Luffy was pissed. Nami knows that Luffy really cares for the hat, so to see Luffy put the hat on Nami, it was the ultimate surprise. Number 3 is Gear 2nd and Jet Gatling against Lucci. Gear 2nd, when it was first shown against Balloon, was ultimately, to be honest, I got spoiled in this, so I wasn't really shocked, but it was impressed. I was just impressed to see Luffy, the speed he had. He couldn't even keep up with CP9 back in Water 7, but now he was determined to save Robin. Back then he wasn't determined, and he picked up on the CP9 techniques, the power of Jet Pistol. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. And Balloon fell down, and he was about to use Gear 3rd. That's when I knew Gear 2nd was legit. But the reason reason why I'm combining this moment and kind of cheating with number 3 is because Jet Gatling. Jet Gatling was really the meat of what Gear Second was. When he uses that Jet Gatling, he says, "I will not fall down." Usopp screaming to him, Luffy's determination, and he just wrecked. He sees flashbacks to Aokiji, Robin talking about how she cannot stay with the Straw Hats, and finally Jet Gatling to him destroys the wall. Lucci has been defeated. You see Lucci impaled, the pigeon falling on Lucci, not falling but flying down on Lucci, and we see Luffy say these words, "Let's go back together." Number 2 is Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon. During this arc, we already seen the savageness of the Celestial Dragons. They think they're better than humans. They even wear some sort of space suit or whatever they call it to not breathe the same air as the lowly peasants from the other world. You know, they're from the Holy Land, Mary Jawa. And we've seen their disgusting attitude, and we really did not like them. We really wanted to hurt them, but we couldn't. Like Hachi said, you can't hurt them or Admiral will come down. But no, the moment that triggered Luffy, and Luffy did not give a crap, is when they shot Hachi. And Hachi's moment, like the anime with the OST did it perfect with Hachi's moment, because it was just, oh my gosh, he wanted to repay his debt to Nami. He's always failed, and it just, the Celestial Dragon, the way he was talking, like he has his snot in his nose, the way his accent is. But Luffy, the satisfaction, I'm gonna be honest here, if you were not satisfied when Luffy punched the Celestial Dragon out of nowhere, I don't know what's up with you, because when he punched the Celestial Dragon, when the anime goes to the manga, you know it's a badass moment. And when Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon, his rivals Eustace Kid and Trafalgar Law seeing the craziness of Luffy and how much of a savage he is, I had to put this moment at number 2. Number 1, Luffy versus the 3 Admirals. Now the reason I love in there, let's go, Luffy facing the 3 Admirals, their statements to him, like Aokiji's like, "Whoa, you're not ready for the stage yet." Dragon's son, Kizaru saying, "Wow, he's a real monster." Like, this is one of the 10 greatest moments for Luffy. I know Luffy is the main character, and I can guarantee 100% that me and you do not share the same list, because I had a tough time. I had 50 moments I could have put on this list, then I had 40, then I had 30, then I said I have to cut this down to 10. I'm gonna have to piss off some people for not putting their moment in it, but I'm sorry. These, for me personally, are the greatest moments of Luffy. Leave down your greatest moments of Luffy in the comment section. Like and share if you enjoyed this. Like and share only if you enjoyed, and definitely subscribe for more One Piece greatest list and just One Piece videos in general. I'm the LegendMac, and I'm gone.